It's your girl Donna Best, and today we are here to discuss passports.
Thank you for joining me.
Everyone follow Dawn Knows Best, man. She knows best.
Amen. I'm gonna go enjoy my life. Might as well. Layla's ready to travel. I'm ready to get out of Memphis again. Might as well. Now, for those of you that have expected travel dates, I'm sure you already have your stuff together. But for those of you that's trying to book something soon, or maybe it's in the near future, maybe you just want to have your passport so that you can put it in the safe like the fancy people do. I'm not sure. But what I am here to tell you is that you too can get your passport the same day. Let me put you up on game. So let's say it was just a regular day and I wanted to go get my passport. This is what I do. I'll fill out the form, the DS11 form if I wanted to get it. This is my first passport. If I'm renewing my passport, I'll fill out DS82. You Google it, it'll pull right up. You just print it on out, you fill it out. Now, this would be what I need to also include in the mail. I need to include proof of my citizenship. I need to include proof of my identification, and that would mean the copies as well. So the original and the copies of my citizenship and identification. I'll also need to get photos that fit a certain frame. Now, I can tell you later where to get these photos at. But the main thing is the money, honey. Now, if you get your passport just regularly, you don't have to pay the expedition fees, which is $60. However, you could be like me. I'm a procrastinator. Don't ask me why. It's just what I do. I specialize in it. When it's for myself, I procrastinate. When it's for somebody else, baby, I run with the wind. Do you hear me? Neither here nor there. So, want my passport. What did I need to do? I needed to call the passport agency. Now, there's passport agencies all over the United States. There's several in California. You have the one in San Francisco, the one in Los Angeles. There's some in Texas. You have El Paso, Houston, Dallas. You even have passport agencies in Florida, in New York, in, baby, they're everywhere. Louisiana has one in New Orleans. Figure out which location is closest to you or which one you want to go to. See, me, I like to travel, so I was willing to drive to either Dallas or Florida to go get my passport. But I decided to go with the one that was closest to me, which I'm glad I did because that location did not have a long line and it had the photo booth inside so that I could get my photos done there. Now, I went to Little Rock, Arkansas. I took the 3-hour drive from Tennessee, made it all the way to Little Rock to my 12:30 appointment. Now, with that being said, that may not be the case for you. You look and find out which one is closest to you and which one you're willing to travel to. Now, keep in mind, you have to be very particular with what you say on the telephone when you're calling to make this appointment because they're going to go based off of everything you say. So, for instance, when you tell them, if you're using the life or death excuse, it has to be someone that's in your immediate family. Cannot be a cousin, cannot be an aunt. So if I say, I have a life or death situation and it's going to cost for me to have to go to Mexico, they're going to ask who it is. I can't say my cousin. I have to say, it's a grandparent. It's a sibling. They're going to ask for proof. They'll accept things such as a proof from a funeral. Now, that's if you're doing something like a life or death, saying that you have a sick relative, saying that you have a relative. And keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the whole medical file. They just need proof, like a doctor's note, a doctor's statement. So with that being said, that's if you have a life or death situation. Now, if you regular smuggler, tell them that you need your passport, that you're going to book a trip, or that you already have a trip. You can't tell them that you're going to book a trip. You have to tell them that you already have a trip because they're going to ask for proof that you're flying out. Now, I'm going to tell you how to get this proof. You go to Orbitz. Tell them that you're going somewhere like Canada or to Mexico. They're going to ask for proof. Your proof is going to be your hotel reservation. See, I informed them that I was driving to Mexico. They're not asking for gas. they're not going to ask for gas receipts. They're not going to ask for my vehicle rental. They're going to ask for a hotel reservation. And guess what I have? Due to Orbitz having the option to book now, pay later, I have my itinerary from the hotel, the booking confirmation. They're going to ask you for your booking confirmation number. You're going to provide that to them. No problem, no hassle. You're going to have to bring with you to your appointment the same thing that you would have to bring if you were putting it in the mail. Your proof of citizenship. Now, this can include your naturalization certificate, your certificate of citizenship, but most people would have their birth certificate. You will also need proof of identification. Now, if you have your regular identification, you can use that, like your driver's license, your government issued ID. So if you work in the military, if you work for the city, the county, the state, you can use that ID. I got it. So you can use your driver's license. You can use your learner's permit. That's what I was forgetting. You can use your state ID. It can be your, your driver's license, your learner's permit, your state ID. It can be your government issued ID if you're in the military, and it could also be your work ID if you work for the government, that's city, county, state, anything local, a local principality. If you have a government issued ID, they'll accept it. That's what it needs. You'd only need one of those. Now, if you don't have any of those, they have other options, but you'll have to bring two of them from the list. You can use your voter's registration card. You can use eyewitness affidavit stating that this is who you are. They also accept things such as school ID. They're a little more lenient, but you have to have two of them. That's the thing. So if you have your state issued ID, that's what I would advise you to bring. No issues. Okay, the next thing on my list that you're going to need is the photo ID. Now, I went to Walmart to get paid $7 for my passport photo, and it was cute. I was very straight faced. I was like this, like it was a mugshot, because it says that you're not supposed to smile. However, I left my photos in the car. I was too busy looking at them, left them there, ran inside to go to my appointment, and left the photos. And the lady was so nice. She was like, no, by the time you go out to the car, get your photos and come back in, we could have already printed you up some new pictures. So let's just take you a new one. You're so cute. Took the picture, and she kept on insisting I smile. So I have this nervous smile because I'm remembering that the paper said don't smile, but she keeps telling me to smile. She said that that's a myth. You can smile on your passport photo. So this is what you get when you do a half smile. Okay, so you have all this. Now you have your appointment. You're going to bring in your confirmation of your travels. If you're using the life or death excuse, which they have more appointments for the life or death emergencies because they understand that, okay, this person has to travel soon. This is a life or death. This is like an emergency. So there's dedicated slots towards that. However, if you're just 14 days away and you're just trying to get your passport so that you can hurry up and have it, then just do the regular 14 days. Don't be crucial. Don't be having to do all this unnecessary proof. Is unnecessary. Just do the regular 14 days and get in where you fit in. Okay, so you book your appointment. You're gonna bring them the Orbitz printout. You can show them there, but go ahead and just print it out. That way you don't have any issue with your phone not working when you get there. You bring all this stuff to the interview. What's next? They're going to give you a receipt, have you pay the extra $60 for the expedition service, and then they're going to tell you to come back to get your passport, because they still have to get all this together. It's not just like a printer where it copies out. They have to prepare your stuff. Now they're going to tell you to be back by a certain time. Be back by that time. Don't play with them. Do not play with them, because they're trying to go home too, and your passport will be in the office as the doors are locked. Okay, so You leave, you come back before the deadline, and they'll call you when it's ready. You go in, you sign your name saying, this is me, I'm picking up my passport, and you go live la vida loca. About to go drive to Mexico now. And you live your best life, and you have your passport, and it's lasts longer than your driver's license. So yeah, I'm good. I'm set. I'm ready to go get stamps all in there. That's it. I know it sounds like a lot and dragged out, but that's it. You go live your best life and invite me on the trip. That's it. You go enjoy your passport. You booked your trip. You invite Dawn because she helped you get it, or you don't invite me because you don't know me like that. Either way, you got your passport expedited. And I know you probably seen some videos where it's like long lines, but like I said, I went to the Little Rock Agency and it was like a smaller room. It had like about 8 chairs. And there's something else I need to mention. Make sure you arrive on time. You have a 15 minutes before you can go in there and 15 minutes after. Baby, if you miss that, you are not going to be allowed to go, okay? Now, hopefully this video has been able to help you. Hopefully you got what you needed. And this is what I want you to do. Do me a favor, like and subscribe to my channel. Yay! Like the video. Leave comments on things that I could do better. On any questions that you may have. I love the dialogue. I'm here for it all day, every day. I had started reading my comments on specific days, but you know what? I'm free like a bird. I'm going to start reading it every day. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully this video has been helpful. I want you to enjoy the rest of your day, and remember, Don knows best. Be blessed. If you what else can you use? Do 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 do. Yeah, I do not have my eyelashes on today, but guess what? Still doing business. We're still going to give you this tea on how to get this passport, darling. And I refuse to go to the house to put on some eyelashes so that I can come back and record. I was like, we are going to get this shot now. Okay. So, States Postal Service. Baby, I don't do anything at the United States Postal Service. Not because I don't support my government, but because, baby, them lines be so long. I'll pay extra just because the line long. Line be out the building. I do not participate in that foolishness. When I went to FedEx, who did not have the paper, they did not have glossy paper. I'm like, how you FedEx Kinko's and you don't have no paper? Could you tell that I didn't know if I could smile or not? I was like, I was looking shocked. Like, ma'am, I precisely remember reading, do not smile. But that's a myth. You can smile in your passport photo. Just make sure it's cute. Just make sure it's cute. That's all I ask. I guess he see me recording, so he really wanted to crank it up a notch. Like, bro, it ain't even no leaves over here. Why you being petty?
Thank you for joining me.
Everyone follow Dawn Knows Best, man. She knows best.
Amen.